Howdy, folks. My name is Marble, and my pronouns are she, her.
Hi, my name is Rand. My pronouns are he, him.
And I'm Jupiter, and my pronouns are she, they. And today, I want to talk about the outfit that I'm wearing today.
Ooh, what are you wearing?
Okay, it's very cute. I'm very happy with it. So I'm wearing like a gray long sleeve shirt with this like really nice black and white cardigan that I have. It has a bunch of like fun patterns on it.
Like what?
A lot of chevrons. A lot of chevrons and triangles.
Love that. Yes.
Nice.
I'm also wearing I didn't even if I'm doing top to bottom, I didn't even include the hat.
There's a hat?
There's a hat. It's a gray beanie, but it has a little monster face on it, which is very cute.
Aww. I love that.
And then below that, below the gray shirt, below the black and white cardigan, I have a also black and white Ouija board skirt.
A Luigi board?
A Luigi
board?
And then underneath the Luigi board skirt, I have black leggings with white skeleton leg pattern. And then socks are my black and purple socks that my friend Thea got me that underneath say, if you can read this, shush, I'm gaming.
Are you gaming?
Not currently, so I guess I'm a liar.
Then I can talk.
Yeah, you
Cool,
can talk.
I don't have to shush. I do have a question, though.
Mm-hmm.
For your Luigi board, did you say goodbye to the ghost? This is important, actually.
I haven't said hello to a ghost using the skirt, so...
Okay, then you're fine. I just wanted to make sure.
Wow, you didn't even greet them? That's cold.
Well, I don't assume that there's a ghost living inside the skirt. It hasn't like moved on its own or anything. I get no vibes, no ghost vibes off of the skirt. And it's not like there are ghosts living in certainly some Luigi boards, but not every Luigi board.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's fair.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'd also like to point out that we will be having a new section specifically for this episode of Deck of Friendship at near the end of the episode. And it's exclusive to this episode as well. It's the Marble was right section. And it's not that anybody disagreed with me, but I was right. And I'd just like to take some extra time to appreciate that I was right. And I was right.
You were right, and I wanted to tell you were right, but I couldn't.
Well, just so you know, you can always tell me when I'm right.
I mean, I do, except if it's spoilers for a podcast we do together, it's kind of difficult to do that.
That is fair.
But hey, everybody, let's give Marble a round of a hand. What?
Oh, only one?
Give me a round of a hand.
All right, can do, just one. People saying you can't clap with one hand. You can. It's just very quiet.
Yeah, we just did it. This is the real golf clap, TBH.
Oh, I have a friend who can like clap with his hands by just like it's a whole thing. It's wild. It sounds like maracas.
Oh, okay. I'm glad.
Yeah, no. That's
Whoa.
Single-handed. Just maraca noise.
I gotta say, I absolutely love when people can make weird sounds with their bodies.
Yeah, I make weird sounds with my body all the time. I'm doing it right now, right here with my mouth.
I have a thing that freaks a lot of people out where if I open my jaw up all the way, you can hear my jawbone click into place.
Nope, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it for the show because, like, you know,
Thanks.
The audience didn't ask for that, but that's a thing that happens.
I have heat vision, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
So can you see heat or do you emit heat?
Heat lasers shoot out of my eyeballs.
Oh, wow.
Gotcha.
Wow.
I have heat vision. I can see heat.
Sort of like an infrared kind of deal, or
yeah.
Infrared eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Can you switch between modes, or is it just infrared all the time?
I can't. It can. I just don't have control over it just yet.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, we all got our little superpowers. And you got to learn how to develop it. You know, you'll get there.
Just like a photo.
Just like a photo. What are human beings but funky photos that walk and talk and stuff?
wow, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah. Have we considered talking about the episode now? I know I immediately derailed, but
I've given up on trying.
Well, I've thought about it, but like I'm still sort of on the fence, I guess. It'll take me a few, so.
I've given up on the thought of talking about the episode in every episode, so it's up to y'all to do this now.
Okay, I'm gonna say that in this episode, they decided to just like focus on like being interesting and cool.
yeah, this was a good episode.
Kind of a I can't say the word I want to say. Kind of a cool episode, a fun
kind of a
one.
banger.
Yeah, a banger. That's a word I could have used.
Yeah, I was expecting you to say banger, and frankly, I'm not even sure what word you were gonna say.
I was gonna say bad apple.
Oh, I see. Bad apple.
You're gonna say banger.
Yeah, bad apple.
The very what is that, a Toho song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm using Toho songs as cusses now.
Oh yeah.
I love that for you.
Let me look up
Hold
some
on.
Toho songs so I can actually make this work.
Yeah, me too. This episode we're allowed to swear, but only in Toho songs.
All right, while you do that, I'll talk about the cold open. Minori and...
UN Owen was her, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
I like, honestly, in this episode, we didn't get a whole lot of Krusty, but he was a real phantasmagoria of dim dream.
That is facts.
Okay, right. Please continue. I don't know how long I can keep doing this bit for. Some of these names are native faith.
Okay, I'll drop my bit of not caring of pushing the episode forward. The cold open happens, right?
Yeah.
We have Minori and everybody, and they're eating food, and they're taking a break, and Mariel, Natsugu, and Nyanta. My brain is stopping already. Nyanta talk about what's going on. Toya and Rudy are eating food. Isuzu looks sad, and Minori goes like, Sarah, I have to ask you for a favor. And that's it.
Do we ever get full clarification of what that favor was?
I don't think so, unless I missed it while I was perusing my phone. But I was listening the whole time.
Yeah, I don't think that the favor was mentioned. I don't think that, because like, to be clear, to be fair, there's not a whole lot of places in this episode where like a favor could happen,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just like, is this a thing that comes in like 3 episodes where she's like, I finished that favor for you, Minori? And that's the cold open?
Are you finished with that favor yet?
No, I'm never gonna be finished with this favor! Krusty does a hit.
He does a big hit.
He does a bit. This part of the wiki is called Krusty's Attack, and he sure does.
Remember when he puts a magic salve on Princess Lunesia's eyelids, enabling her to see the battlefield unfold close up as Krusty's group engages the Goblib army in Babel?
Yeah, in the Tower of Babel.
Yeah.
Tower of Babel. That's where the Babylon rogues are from.
Oh.
So Rainesha is watching the battle. She's not actually participating.
Yeah, Rainesia is, she's sitting in a chair, far away from the battle. She's on a cliff.
Krusty's number 2 is like, don't do anything drastic.
Yeah.
See with your special eyes.
Yeah. We've seen her around, Takayami Misa. She is like Krusty's, like, next in command, seems like.
Mm-hmm.
The words Krusty's number 2 don't really sit well with me, so.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure we'll talk about Krusty's number 1 later.
Krusty is his own number 1. He's a selfish. You can't say.
Pick a song.
Wait. He's a selfish. Marissa stole the precious thing, Alice syndrome.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Oh no, I think Marissa stole the precious thing is just the title, but something, I don't know. What is Alice syndrome? Is that like the artist?
You could say he's a real that man. He's a real double dealing character. That's that works on both levels.
Oh.
Yeah. See, it was good.
He is a double dealing character.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't really know anything about Takayami, but she puts some magic on Reneshia's eyes.
So Reneshia can see the carnage.
Yeah. And this scene really does its best to really try and make Krusty seem cool. And then which is very funny because Reneshia does immediately undercut it by being like, he's really into it, but he seems really sad.
This is actually, the direct translation, of course, is actually, this is really sad to watch. I'm going to look the other way now.
Oh, yeah. Basically, like, this episode is all about the, like, war tactics of this fight, like, between the adventurers and the goblins. And in the cold open, like, Marielle and Nyanta, they're talking about how Krusty's fight goes could affect how their fight goes at Chosha or whatever. But honestly, we don't really I don't think we really get a whole lot of like that. I mean, it's a little hard to show like the bigger picture of all that, but I don't know that we really get that 100%. But we do see Krusty do some big swings.
Mm-hmm. He does some big swings with his big swinging sword and hammer and gun. I forgot what weapon to use, so I just named all the weapons that a person can use.
Yeah, but you missed the one that he actually has, which is axe.
Yeah,
that's kind of a hammer.
It's hammer-esque. Yeah,
it's a hammer with a sharp little piece on the end.
It's a hammer with a sword.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It is a hammer and a sword at the same time.
And if you squint really hard, it's also a gun.
Wow.
Although I can't imagine that Krusty is using his axe to like, you know, hammer in a lot of nails, or, you know, unstick, you know, crates.
No.
Lots of uses for a hammer, though, so.
Yeah.
I think as long as he, like, hits people really hard with it, it's kind of like getting the job done.
I like to think that Krusty has a bottle opener on his axe.
I don't know.
The very end of it is a bottle opener.
He never uses it, but he likes to show it off.
I think that Krusty's kind of faith is for the transient people.
So
I know we're not supposed to swear on this podcast, but I figured maybe I would this time.
Yeah, thank you. So that's the Krusty fight, and then they show us like the communication network that Shiro has set up, which is actually cool.
It is, although I gotta say, you know, I don't fully appreciate this. The section of the wiki is called Battle Network, and I really don't appreciate them spoiling our next season.
Oh,
more like Scrabble Network, because next season is going to be about the Scrabble anime.
Sorry.
I'm not sorry for that. I'm excited to watch the Scrabble anime. I think it'll be good.
I'm sorry, we're watching Scrabble anime?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, where like it gets all intense and like the voices are like kind of muffled, and then you just hear them like internal monologue with the little echo, and it's like but if he does that, he'll get the triple word score. I can't let him get away with this. After all, he killed my father.
He's
for winning a Scrabble tournament.
He set up this illegal Scrabble tournament, and I'm gonna win it to avenge my father.
You remember that, not to spoil this season, but remember that episode when Weevil Underwood threw like all the Scrabble pieces into the ocean?
Oh no.
He's gotta get you gotta get your grandpa's soul back. It's but the Scrabble Pegasus keeps all the grandpa's souls in his little Scrabble bag, and he pulls out the names.
Hear me out. All right, hang on. Hang on, I gotta really build up to this. All right, Pegasus, I've backed you into a corner. You'll never beat my triple word score. But Yugi boy, that's not a word. I've never even heard of it. What is Ligma? Mind crush.
I hate this.
That's the episode, everybody.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming, everybody. This has been Deck of Friendship. You can find me in my grave. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'll see you later.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Oh my god.
They set up a cool battle network.
Yeah, they do.
It's just a communication network where people relay information and there's like a hub and it's cool and it's complicated, but it's not.
Yeah, I just want to talk about the cool stuff that happened in this episode.
Let's go. We're there.
We're there basically because like the rest of this episode, we've done our obligation. We've acknowledged that Krusty exists. Cool, good for him.
We did it. It took a lot of time and it was very difficult, but we did it.
Yes. So, cool part of the episode.
So the main part of this episode that we care about is the Dungeon Kids in their fight, in their part of the battle, in their part of the, I don't know, war?
I like that they're the Dungeon Kids.
Yeah.
They're like the MMO boxcar children.
It does totally sound like a young adult early reader like mystery novel series, like Hardy Boys or whatever, but it's Dungeon Kids.
It's Dungeon Kids.
Yeah.
It's like, it's definitely like, it's for kids, but it's also like, it's like young adult, that's it's trying to get them into the whole reading process. Not young adult. What's the word? Middle grade?
Yeah.
Yeah, like middle grade fiction series. For youngsters. It's for the kids.
You would totally find your copy of Dungeon Kids at the Scholastic Book Fair, for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, they're back in Chosha. The primary thing. Where does this start? Does anybody?
They're just
Ray, do you remember
where it starts? What starts?
Where the part that we care about starts?
Like right after this setup. After this setup where they're like, they have a fight real quick where like they're defending an area and then they go off into a different area and all the adults are like, wait, no.
Okay, yes. Okay. So they're basically, yes. So through the telepathic communication network, they like Shiro's informed that there is a force going to Chosha, and they worry that it's hard to explain, but basically they worry that if they aren't able to defend against the attack from the Sahagwin in Chosha, then the main army defending somewhere else, does it say? It doesn't. Just some field somewhere.
Yeah.
Then they'll get like attacked from behind, and then it'll be a whole thing. And what bothers me about that is that their interest, again, in saving Chosha, the seaside town, Shiro's interest is not at all about saving the town, not at all about protecting the people, not at all about any moral decision. It's purely tactical. He doesn't care if Chosha dies. He cares that if it does, then they'll be attacked from behind.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Shiro, you're starting to seem a little bit problematic from this angle.
Yeah, like, I mean, this is like, I like in anime and just generally, I like, cool fight scenes, and there's certainly some cool fight scenes in this episode. but I'm not super interested in like war tactics stuff because of exactly like this, of like the like just like, you know, talking about like big picture, but like the small picture is exactly as important, if not more important. Like people's actual like lives are happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think that I like it when it's like on a much smaller scale, like Minori like directing everybody from the sidelines. That was cool.
Yeah.
Like keeping track of everybody's health and like where all the enemies were and who to attack first and all that other stuff. Like, oh my gosh, Minori's got a huge brain in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best. It's the best.
Rules. Yeah, like that's like honestly everything going on with the Dungeon Kids I love. Is this anytime it cuts over to Shiro or Krusty, I'm like, come on, I don't care.
I don't care about the big picture. Things happening.
We got to see pre-apocalypse Shiro.
Oh,
And he, am I allowed to say it? He keeps a bottle of Crisco by his desk. No, he has a bottle that he pees in, so he doesn't have to leave his computer.
Yeah.
So he can keep playing the game. He just has two massive bottles to pee in.
Like 2 like 5-gallon jugs next to him. One of them half full of a yellow liquid, the other on the ground, the other empty next to his desk.
It's Crisco.
It's Crisco, everybody.
He to keep his energy up, he drinks veggie oil.
You're welcome for that idea.
He needs-
I'm taking full credit for Crisco.
You deserve full credit.
yeah.
It's terrible. The whole thing is terrible.
You know who doesn't get credit? Crisco. They're a brand. That's their tagline. That's their tagline is also part of their tagline.
Absolutely.
And so was this.
Yeah. They were in the episode, they were just talking about, like, I don't remember who. I think it was Natsuku. It's not important. He was basically just being like, back in the day, Shiro, blah, blah, blah. Whatever he was saying doesn't matter. Shiro's cool. Okay. But what does matter is that we did look at Shiro's room and, like, they don't acknowledge the Crisco. They don't, like, I don't, it just sucks.
It's just there. It's like when they have like flavor text in like MMOs. Like no one's looking for it, but it's there.
And you see it.
Oh, it's there. It's the bottle of Crisco. And now I'll never be able to sleep again.
No, you're fine. The thing Natsuku says is important because it has all to do with the episode title and Minori, is that Shiro during battle tactics in battle can see 10 seconds or whatever into the future and predict what they need to do and what's going to happen next. Minori later says that she can see, what was it, 5 seconds or 2 seconds at 5% or something?
Yeah, it was 5 at 5.
5 at 5? Okay. And the whole thing is that she is trying to reach Shiro's level of big brain.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing here. And we're like, Minori's gonna do this? And I'm like, sweetie, you're gonna do better than him.
Yeah,
it's true.
I'm so sorry for not paying attention to any of that. I was during the episode.
We were yelling about Crisco.
I was just like, for the rest of the episode, really, like, it's hard to get away from the Crisco. I was just like thinking about that Crisco. I was like,
no, it's fine. It's just we can't linger on the Crisco, and I'd rather not linger on the Crisco.
The bathroom is not far away, Shiro. The like you can. Hey, Shiro, bud. You can say to your friends online, hey, just a minute, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but wait, couldn't it be bad for the pipes if you like constantly are flushing Crisco down the toilet?
It's really not good. You're right.
Yeah.
It's bad for the pipes. Can we move on from the Crisco bit, please?
Yeah, let's talk about anything else, because honestly, this episode was cool, and I'm tired of pretending it wasn't.
Yeah. Cool fight scenes. Dungeon Kids. Yeah. Rudy does a cool flip.
Rudy is so awesome. Oh my god, he does
Sarah
so much
summons a
cool
dog.
stuff. Like there's this part where he rolls into this really big field where there's just a bunch of goblins around, and he puts his hand on the ground and the ground cracks open, and then just a bunch of lava shoots out everywhere and kills all the goblins. It's so cool. It's so cool. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's extremely tight. Like this whole fight scene like is just like everyone like working together, watching out for each other's backs, like doing like really cool moves, and like there's like this part where like, you know, like Natsuko and Nanta are watching from the sidelines, and they're like commentating over it and like talking about how everyone has gotten like so much more powerful and you know, have been really working so hard. And we see it, like everyone gets like some cool stuff to do. Rudy, like that huge lava attack. Toya is always slashing, but he does some cool flips or something.
He learns how to tank.
He basically like he's just like putting in the work. He's not flashy about it, but he's putting in the effort.
Yeah, no, I loved Toya may not have had anything like magical, but like that didn't mean the animation for his bits was any worse. He's like getting in there, swinging his sword around, and oh my god, it's just, I'm still freaking out about it. It's the best.
Yeah.
And Sarah has a little missile with a wolf on it, and it goes around and it explodes a bunch of enemies, and then later she uses like pillars of light that evaporate a bunch of goblins right in front of her, and it's like, Sarah? You can just do that? How long have you been able to do that for?
Yeah, Nyanta's just like, she's doing more than healing, and it's great.
Yeah, she's doing more than healing. She's kind of just evaporating people. Have you noticed that?
Have you noticed the pillars of light and the disintegration of the goblins? That's the name of my new band.
I love it. I don't want to breeze past this dog missile though.
No, Wolfie is the best.
Yeah, Wolfie is her familiar, I guess.
Yes.
And it's a dog missile.
Yes.
I mean, if you're gonna summon a familiar, it might as well be a dog missile, right?
Like it's this bolt of light, like a magic missile, whatever. This bolt of light, and emerging from it is this, again, made of light, little yappy dog face and front paws, just absolutely going wild, and then like again blasts a bunch of goblins, and it's just like, Sarah, I love this. Sarah,
I'm a healer.
Sarah, I need more of this dog, please.
Sarah, please have Wolfie with you at all waking moments and sleeping moments, actually. Please just have Wolfie all around all the time. Wolfie?
Wolfie?
Can we have Wolfie?
Wolfie?
Awoo!
Oh my god, Wolfie is here. Wolfie's on the podcast.
Oh, welcome, Wolfie. Thank you so much for joining us.
Awoo!
Well, thank you so much. That's the time we have for
Awoo!
you.
Oh, you want
Absolutely.
You want to plug your book?
Awoo!
Wow.
Where can we find it?
Awoo!
Cool.
Wow.
I'm definitely going to pick up a copy.
Thank you so much. I worked really hard on it. I really appreciate it when my hard work is appreciated. Like even if you haven't checked it out yet, like just being able to, you know, support me and my hard work, it truly means the world to me. I couldn't do it without people like you, you know? It's very appreciated. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. And if you want to talk to me about it, like after you read it, you know, feel free to shoot me an email whenever.
Sorry, I didn't catch any of that.
Oh.
Awoo!
All right, so that's Wolfie's time on this episode. Yes, we had a guest. Sorry for not warning you at the beginning.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, true. Isuzu does some cool magic music stuff.
Yeah.
And Minori is like, I see screens now.
Yeah.
There's a cool like 360 flip of her looking at everybody's information in health bars, and you're just like, I trust you.
In a lot of ways, that was just as cool as the fight.
Oh, yeah.
Like all the animated fights, he's just seeing Minori just like sitting in front of there managing her team. It's just, oh my god.
Yeah.
I really like this episode. Maybe it's just because I'm a fantasy nerd And I love
Mood.
like, I don't know, magical trash like this that's bright and shiny and a little bit violent. Like, it's just, they could have been doing this the whole time.
This is the payoff for the cave dungeon episode, right? Where we only got a taste of it, and then they're like, here's a whole half episode for you where they do cool things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because the
forgive them.
kids deserved it.
I forgive them.
Yeah, this like and like to be honest, right? Like, you know, like we sort of breezed past the first half of this episode, but like it's like a cool episode the whole way through. You know, like even Krusty's fight is pretty cool.
He's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, taken out of context, Krusty's fight is cool.
Yeah, taken out of context.
You're just like, who's this really cool guy slashing at goblins?
But like, yeah, like this whole episode, like, and we're not even done, but this whole episode, like, honestly, like, does pay off a lot of stuff that the show has been doing. Not everything, but like, it's just cool to finally see some cool fights again. And like for a second, we can like put away all the baggage and just like exist in these cool fights.
And just watch Isuzu shatter some ice crystals.
Yeah.
Because she did that.
They worked to get I forget who, but like, yeah, somebody did an ice spell.
Because he's like the yeah, sorry, I just remembered Nyanta's when commenting on everyone. He's like, the mage boy and the bard girl. And we're like, he never learn their names.
He really didn't. He really didn't. You go, Nyanta.
But he's like, they have great teamwork.
What an A+ mentor. Like, that's just how you know that he's like good at what he does. No time for nonsense, like knowing the people he's teaching. He's gonna teach you how to kill.
Yeah.
I just need to know what your class is and what your level is so I know what skills you got. Yeah.
Also on the sidelines, not to address the Natsuko in the room, but Natsuko is talking about Toya, and he's like, wow, you know, Toya's pretty cool, but he still has a lot of work to do before he's as cool as me.
On that note, can we get Natsuko out of the room?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Natsuko, can you step out for a second?
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, we can keep talking about him. I just didn't like him in here.
Well, I'm done talking about him, but I don't want him in here.
That guy is a serious embodiment of Scarlet Devil.
Scarlet Devil?
Scarlet Devil.
What?
From WandaVision?
What's Scarlet Devil? Is it from WandaVision?
It's a song because we're trying not to swear. It's the bit from earlier.
No.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, I forgot. Oh, wow. My brain is massive. Anyways. God. Sorry, I just had a tiny clever commander moment. Real necrophantasia from me right now.
Yeah, real immaterial and missing power over here. Real phantasmagoria of Flower View.
Am I going to be the one who needs to say that dire wolves come and do a bad thing?
Yes, but also before you do that, we do have to. Do you want to finish talking about Natsuko for a second? Just to say,
what else does he do?
Just to say,
did he do anything?
Well, just to say that he made that comment about Toya not being as cool as him, and I'm like, you know, hey, dude. You're literally like sitting down drinking a soda while all of these children fight for you. You're not doing anything.
Also, bro, he's 12.
Also, he's 12.
Their excuse to not let us see Nyanta, Natsugu, and Marielle fight is that they're low on MP because they just did a battle. Because they're saving that fight for later for us.
Anyway, I wouldn't be calling Natsugu out if he wasn't such a 10 desires.
Well, I don't care about Natsugu, but I do care about Nyanta not fighting. And the reason is they just finished a fight.
Yeah.
And that's the show and the story's way of saying, just wait a little bit longer for this one.
Yeah. Have we ever seen Marielle fight?
Nope. She was healing people, though, which was nice.
Oh, good. But yeah. Then, right. So after that, they're on this beach fight, and then there's like screams that come from the forest, and Minori explains that her and I believe Azuzu set up these what are they called? Does it say? I don't know that it says.
Scrungus.
Shrieker Echoes.
Yeah,
It's a good name. That's why I wanted to find it, is because it's a good name. Which are from what the little like clip that we saw are little shrieking mushroom friends.
Love those little guys.
That are very cute, and I do love them. But it basically, they're just like a warning to let the party know that the goblins are attacking Chosha, like proper. So the dungeon kids head off across a bridge to go over and help.
Wow.
What happens on the big bridge?
What happens on the big bridge?
What happens at the Battle of Big Bridge?
This is my favorite Dungeon Kids novel, the Mystery of Big Bridge.
I only like the abridged version. Ba-dum.
To think I was trying to make a Final Fantasy reference the whole time.
No, I want to hear it.
Yeah,
I
let's
didn't
hear
know
it.
what was at stake.
Let's hear it.
It's the Big Bridge. It's the Battle of Big Bridge. It's a recurring theme song in Final Fantasy. That's it.
Oh, dang.
Thank you.
But
Thank
no one
you.
here knows it except for
Yeah,
me.
I'm gonna go ahead and Ray, for you, my friend Ray, I'm gonna go ahead and put a tiny little clip of the Battle of Big Bridge.
Oh, which version?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. Which version would you prefer?
I think you should do the original from like 3.
Okay.
Question mark?
Which
is it from 3?
is three, not 6, right? You know the localization, the original 3?
Yeah.
Cool.
Not 6. 6 is my favorite one. Hold on. Battle on Big Bridge is from, you should play the original one. It's from 5. Wow, okay. I was way too early.
Wow.
5. Final Fantasy 5.
Okay,
There you
cool.
go.
I will. I'll play the Battle of Big Bridge over our discussion of the Battle of Big Bridge.
Really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Wow. All right. At the Battle of Big Bridge, wolves appear and go, "Awoo," and then Rudy says no, and then they die.
Hey,
Rudy gets a little too big for his bridges in this scene.
Oh!
this is good.
Sorry.
It's good.
Thank you. I was hoping that would be funny.
It was.
It was.
It was.
Thanks.
It was very funny, and you know what? I really appreciate your contributions. You're so talented, and I just like I really like you're a valuable member of this team.
Thank you.
This has been your monthly review.
Oh, I didn't realize we had reviews.
Was I supposed to be here for Joy's monthly review? I feel like I should go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because like the way it works is like you're gonna have to do my review, and then Joy has to do yours. So we all sort of have to be present.
I didn't study. I don't know how to do a review.
When is mine due?
Now.
10 out of 10. Good job. Could do a little better though.
Could do a little better though. All right. In what way? Well, you could do a little better.
You could improve,
Dang.
You could improve and do it better next time.
Wow.
work harder. Like I don't know, something a capitalist would say. I don't know.
Yeah, this is like every student teacher conference I've ever been in.
This is every monthly review I had for my job.
Well,
Fight.
There's a wolf on top of a bridge.
And it goes,
How did the wolf get up there?
it climbed. What kind of question is that, Bear?
It did a big jump.
Yeah, it jumped.
Or it didn't. I don't know.
I mean, we do see him
What do I look
jump.
like, a scientist?
We do see him do pretty big jumps a little bit later in the episode.
It spawned up there and is like, how do I get down?
It's like when you're building like a big tower in Minecraft and you leave a dark spot and there's just like a skeleton that's up there and you're like, neither of us want this.
There was a whole section cut out of the episode where everybody had to help the wolf down from the top of the bridge.
Yeah.
So that they could continue
So they
the
could
fight.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, the wolf is just scared, wanted to get off the bridge. Oh.
Yeah, they kept trying, but then they had to call like Nyanta over with a griffin and be like, okay, get on the griffin, wolf, and then we'll fly you down.
It was
It's in the extended cut. It's fine.
Yeah, there's this really cute shot of the griffin with the rope hanging down with the little net, and you just see these 4 like wolf paws hanging out of a net. It's very cute.
Yeah. So some dire wolves show up.
Yeah. Dire wolves are like wolves, but even bigger somehow.
Yeah, if you mix up the word dire, you get ride, and now they're ride wolves.
They tend to, here and there, they tend to...
Oh, wow. Guess who's back?
Is this Wolfie or a dire wolf?
Oh, it's Dire Wolfie.
Oh, no!
But angry this time.
Cerebro! Did you know Wolfie's disposition is based off of Sarah's emotions? Is Cerebro okay? Why is she mad? Okay, well, we'll address that off air, I guess.
Wouldn't you be mad if you were in Long Horizon?
Yeah, Wolfie, yeah. Sorry. The fight doesn't go well.
It does not, no. They get attacked, and then, Sarah and Minori, like, are both trying to... Because, like, they're really overextended. Like, let's be real. They're really overextended. Yeah. Like, we've got... 5 kids with low MP about to totally surround themselves, and then they do. With
tougher enemies, nonetheless.
Yeah. So on their way running there, Minori is like, hey, look, Sarah, I really need you to focus on, like... Holding folks down and using your offensive magic a little bit more, using your tactical magic a little bit more. And Sarah's just like, wait, now hold on. I'm supposed to be healing everybody. And Minori's just like, I'll take care of that. And she kind of does.
Congratulations. Here's your DPS degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, they're really in a rough spot. And they get, during the fight, Sarah is holding back a wolf with like vines, like magic vines, and like Minori does this big guardian protection spell to try and protect Toya, and the cooldowns don't line up, and it breaks bad, and their line is broken, and both of the dire wolves and like the goblins all start attacking Toya, like doing more damage than they can heal. It's a tense moment.
Yeah.
There's a moment where it just freezes time, and Minori's like, I don't know what to do. I've lost control. My brother's about to die, and it sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go ahead and admit that the tension is a little bit off because, like, we all know that they'll just go back to church and, like, it'll suck, but
for Minori,
for me it wasn't. I was still like, I was nail biting, crunch crunch.
Like, Minori didn't want to see her brother die.
I guess.
Yeah. So it still sucks. Dying still sucks, even if they come back.
For sure. No lie.
Especially in the middle of a battle, that losing your tank also, very bad.
Because then everybody's out.
Yeah.
Then everyone's gonna die.
And then they'll lose pieces of their brain. Pieces of their brain will stop happening.
But that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't happen. And also they don't know that because Shiro hasn't told anyone for some reason.
Because he's a really good leader.
Yeah, I'm still not 100 on why Shiro felt the need to keep that one under his hat.
We're saving that for another major plot point later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I guess. But anyway, so then in the fray, Rundlehaus does a big move.
Where's he moved to?
Chicago.
Georgia.
Oh, Chicago, Georgia.
Chicago, Georgia.
Oh my goodness. Get your story straight.
I never.
That's going to be really hard for me.
It's going to be real hard for the both of us, I think.
Okay, don't get your story straight.
Okay, cool,
thank you.
Rudy does a big boom. Someone talk about Rudy's big boom.
Rudy goes explode. Okay, I'd like to talk about it. I haven't been talking much in this half, and this is like my favorite part.
Go for it.
So, Rudy, our good friend, our lovely little golden retriever that we have come to know and love so much, he can kind of see, things are going south, and they definitely can't heal Toya through all the attacks that he's getting from all these direwolves, and it's just a bad scene, especially if you don't like getting eaten by direwolves, which I assume is kind of like the common sentiment there. So he's like, well, if I don't do something now, it's over. And he throws his weapon down, tackles one of the dire wolves with his bare hands.
He has human hands.
No, he doesn't. He has bare hands.
Good. You know what? Good point. I didn't think about that.
He tackles the bear. The wolf. Oh my god, I'm all mixed up now.
I believe in you.
Son of a border of life. So Rudy is tackling this big doge and just trying to, like, I guess, like, what's the word? When people, like, ride on a bull and they're like, look at me, I can ride on a bull.
Bull riding?
Yeah. He does that, but instead it's a wolf, so it's like wolf riding.
Yeah.
So he jumps on the wolf's back and struggles with it for a while, and then the wolf jumps like 1 billion feet into the sky, and Rudy's like, well, I guess I'm in a pickle now.
Yeah.
You remember that, like, bracelet that he got, the bracelet of friendship?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody remembers the bracelet of friendship.
Yeah.
He's like punching with the wolf with it, and then he shoves the friendship bracelet into the wolf's mouth and activates a spell to make it explode. And it explodes, and the direwolf explodes in the air. But so, unfortunately, does Rudy.
Yeah.
He is very explode. And we're coming close to the time when Joy was just so right, just so correct. Because the party finds him, and it is revealed that he can't be revived because he's an NPC.
Whoa.
I knew it.
Whoa.
I mean, their foreshadowing was there, but I knew it from the first time they even started dropping hints.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job. Honestly, good job.
You were on that, like, immediately.
I was on that like Santa on milk.
You got it from hint 1. And I'm like, yeah, I can't say anything about this. You're doing great. What a terrible show we're watching, huh? And inside my heart, I'm like, oh, Joy, you are so smart. You figured it out. You don't even know who this idiot is. Like, you got it.
I was very happy to see it all come together.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, like...
Although also very devastated because he's, like, the best character so far, and he might be dead.
Remember when we said, remember when Rudy dies in every episode, and inside I'm like,
Yeah, because in this episode, he did die.
I mean, like, look, I'm gonna be real. Like, starting this episode, just like the color palette of it, I was just like, yep, this is the episode from the opening.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking the same thing. When everything got all gray, especially when the direwolf fight started, I was like, oh, this is it. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is it.
Yeah.
When it's actually, I think it's like it got pretty gray in tone wise, and I was like, oh, this is it. And then it started raining, and then I was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, it's the opening.
This is all kinds of it.
Now, Ray, I do have a question for you.
Me. Answer.
Now, obviously, Joy was very, very smart, big brain about Rudy being an NPC. Called it right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Have I gotten anything right so far?
I mean, who can say? I could, but I'm not going to.
So my theory about Krusty becoming Krusty the Clown is still has weight. Still
on the table. Still on the table.
Everything is still on the table. I'm not going to disprove your theories. That's no fun.
I have to wonder, like, you know, because we've basically agreed, right? That we're not planning on covering seasons 2 and 3 of this show, right?
I mean, yeah, probably not. I don't know.
Probably not.
Right. So
Unless somebody selects it.
right. Yeah, I mean, I guess anything's possible for sure. You know, I don't want to take that off the table.
Anything's possible on Halloween.
Yeah. And it's every day is Halloween when I'm around.
It's true. I'm not going to tell you that your theories are wrong, Jupiter.
I was wondering about that of like if it's worth it to like in the final episode of the season like dig into it.
Tell you whether or not Krusty becomes Krusty the Clown? Yeah, I'm fine with doing that.
Well, you know, maybe, but like I don't know.
How canon are we talking?
Orbital canon.
I don't know. I mean, like if there is even like a slight possibility that we might revisit this show, then like, you know, I don't want to like dig into spoiler stuff. But if there's not, then it might be worth it because there's a lot of like interesting stuff that is that the show brings up that I'm sort of curious where it goes, even if I don't necessarily want to watch all of it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll find out where we feel at the end of the season.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
But yeah. Rundlehaus. I mean, that's really the end of the episode. The actual like real end of the episode is, you know, they're trying to do all these revivals and nothing is working. And Minori calls onto the phone like, "Hey, Shiro, please."
Help!
Yeah.
Sarah got a slight response when using like regular healing spells instead of like revival spells, but not enough.
Yeah. And like, I mean, obviously I want Rudy to be fine.
Of course.
But I am sort of curious what it is possible for Shiro to do about this.
I am too. I will say, I want Rudy to live more than anything right now because I think he's great. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah.
I will say though, if he doesn't, what a way to go out.
No, for real. I mean, like let's be for real. Like the animation during that whole thing, during this whole like death scene, essentially of him like grabbing onto the wolf and then getting slammed through a building, and then the like desperate fight of like him trying to punch a wolf and sticking his hand in its mouth. That whole animation of that, so good.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And like the way that it all plays out, like honestly, like, yeah, it's a very cool scene. And like, I'm gonna be real. I'm not very emotionally impacted by this whole episode. But mostly because I'm not exactly emotionally invested in any of these characters.
I'm invested in Rudy, so it's cool to meet.
I like Rudy a lot.
Yeah, that's fine.
But like, yeah, this was an extremely cool episode.
I was surprised at how emotionally impacted I was. I think it's because I was right. And like seeing it unfold was like, oh no. At first it was like, cool, I'm right. And then it was like, oh no, I was right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you were right in the best and worst way.
And the
I
best
was right,
way.
But at what cost? It's Rudy's life.
Yeah. It's like, it's a real, it's a real Lotus Land story.
I guess I will have to cross that bridge when we get there, huh?
I said 10 desires already. I'm basically going through this list.
What's going on right now? Oh, wait. Oh, that's the Toho joke. I got it.
When Rudy died, I shouted to the heavens, "Wily beast and weakest creature!"
As one should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta close this tab.
I dare you.
I did.
We gotta close this episode.
It's true. We do need to close this episode out. Hey, it might have been worth it to talk about this at the front of the episode, but I think we all forgot.
No, I thought it was gonna come at the end.
Yeah, I assumed it was.
Okay. Well, it's coming at the end. Hello. Welcome to the end of the episode. And an announcement of some sort. An anti-announcement?
It's an announcement of information.
Yeah, there's information is happening here. Basically, for those who've been following us for a while, obviously you know the story with the previous network that we were a part of, and we talked about starting a new network and rebuilding up some sort of network brand. And we worked on it privately in the background for several months, but ultimately decided that we would kind of be happier overall as people not starting a business, especially right now. And the idea of, forming up as a business started to become less and less appealing to us. And we recently just decided to, not worry about any of that and in fact, not, become a business and not try and, expand beyond our grasp and just stay as a group of friends helping each other out. So for those who've been waiting for network stuff, I am both apologetic, I suppose, to say that it is not coming, at least not now in the form that you might have expected. And any possibility in the future of something happening, but maybe not specifically like that, I don't know. We're just I'm not that sorry because the shows still exist and we're all still friends and, it's better for us ultimately. So yeah. Mm-hmm. But if you're curious, I think something that everyone has been genuinely curious about and wanting to know. So I will go ahead and tell you all the name of our group, which at this point is kind of just an inside joke. But the name of the group is Team Donut. So yeah, there you go. That's the update.
I can confirm that that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that one.
Don't be.
Did we tell you that it was not Ray's fault, Ray's gift to us?
Yeah, I didn't think of the name, but I have a big hand in making it widely known.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'll say on that. Do not message me about it.
It's a whole thing. But yeah, we're not gonna. That's sort of it.
There's no network. We're all still people, and we're all still doing things.
Yeah, and we're all gonna, collaborate and work together, and we're all still helping each other out, and you'll all see us on each other's shows and stuff. But we're not officially organizing in any specific way, because that's not what was right for us in this moment. Simple as that. But if you were waiting on a network announcement, a network Patreon to come out to give us your financial support, hey, that's not happening now, but you can still very much give us your financial support if you are so inclined, and we really, really appreciate it. We, of course, have our own Patreon of my 3 podcasts, Deck of Friendship, Artificial Ghost Radio, and Enchanting Aspects. The Patreon is patreon.com/artdeckaspects or Artificial Aspects of Friendship if you search for it. You can get episodes early. We're going to be really ramping up the Sticker Club this month. I know we talked about it happening last month, but life events. And we're going to be getting it going this month, so watch out for that. And but mostly it's just a place if you want to give us your financial support, because we've been putting in the work on getting on making our shows for years now. And the financial support is really appreciated. Check us out, patreon.com/artdeckaspects. Now, Joy, Ray.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How are you feeling? Feeling funky?
Hot.
I'm in a pretty good mood right now.
Well, I'll ask again after I tell you that we have a new 5-star iTunes review.
No, I feel even better.
What?
Yeah. Is that messed up or what?
No, it's amazing.
It's pretty PogChamp, honestly, when you think about it.
Yeah. Should I read it or do one of you want to read it?
I want to read it.
Let Ray read it.
Ray, read it.
This happened on Sunday by Turtle Lover 3355, and they say favorite podcast 5-star rating. They say, I think this is the only podcast I haven't stopped listening to after the first 10 episodes, and instead listened to every episode consecutively for about a week. Aww.
That's so sweet.
That's really awesome. Like
Thank you.
We're the only podcast you haven't stopped listening to. That's huge. That's a huge compliment. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, that's it, y'all. That's been yet another episode of Deck of Friendship, the continuing adventures of Deck of Friendship. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. You can find us on Twitter at Friendship Deck. You can find us on Patreon, patreon.com/ArtDeckSpecs. Yeah. Without further ado, it seems like it's time to log off.
Who are we going to raid?
I think Sophie's
Sophie
streaming,
around?
right?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm glad we all went to Sophie.
Sophie's great.
Sophie's great. Hey, what's the raid phrase?
Pick a song from the thing.
How about don't forget the Crisco.
That's not a song.
No.
That's not a song. I'm stopping my recording. I'm upsetty spaghetti.
That's fair.
Bye-bye.
That's fair.